Hi everyone. Did you know there are mummies hiding mind-blowing secrets that have left archaeologists stunned? Stay with us until the end of the video to uncover them all. Mummy 1. The Lady of Dai, the 2,000-year-old mummy with rubber-like skin. This story goes back to 1971 during an archaeological excavation in China. The body of a woman from the Han Dynasty emerged from the earth. At first, they thought she'd be like any other mummy, dry and brittle. But they were in for a shock. This woman's skin, after 2,000 years, was still soft and flexible. Her fingers could be bent, her joints still moved. Most bizarre of all, when they tested her veins, they found traces of blood still inside. Chinese scientists discovered her body had been immersed in a mysterious preservation fluid. This liquid contained mercury and a mix of unknown herbs and other substances that, to this day, no one has been able to fully identify or replicate. The secret recipe for this embalming liquid remains locked away in the vault of the centuries. Mummy 2. The Alaskan Mummy. In 1999, within the perpetual ice of Alaska, hunters stumbled upon a bizarre corpse. Its form was human-like, yet profoundly different. It stood approximately 220 centimeters tall. When they counted its ribs, they discovered it had 24 pairs. Humans only have 12. But the biggest shock came with the DNA analysis. A staggering 23% of this being's genetic material did not match anything known on Earth, not bacteria, not animals, not humans. A significant portion of its very essence was completely unknown. The body itself was perfectly preserved by the extreme cold, as if it had died just yesterday. Interestingly, not long after the discovery, the US government suddenly restricted and virtually classified further research on this body. Now, one can only wonder why. Mummy 3. The Xinjiang Mummies. In the scorching, dry desert of Xinjiang, China, nearly 200 mummies have been discovered, and everything about them is bizarre for that region. They have blonde or light brown hair and blue eyes. Some of these bodies date back 4,000 years. Their clothing is made from high-quality, colorful fabrics, and the weaving technique was so advanced it wasn't even common in Europe at that time. The big question is, how did these people with European features reach this remote part of Asia 4,000 years ago? And dressed in such finery? Was there a lost trade route involved, or some strange mass migration? Mummy 4. The Inca Boy. In 1999, on the frozen summit of a mountain in the Peruvian Andes, the body of a 12-year-old boy was found. He had been offered as a ritual sacrifice to the gods about 500 years prior. The cold had naturally mummified his remains. When scientists performed a CT scan on the body, they were utterly astounded. The boy's heart, after 5 centuries, still had recognizable muscle tissue, and some of its cells still appeared strangely alive. The process of decay had completely halted. Even his last meal, which remained in his stomach, was almost undecomposed. This raised a compelling question: could the cold alone have performed this miracle, or did the Incas' specific sacrificial rituals involve unknown preservative substances? Mummy 5. The Mummy of Shur Jiaho. Thailand, 2011. Archaeologists reached a tomb and were met with an astonishing scene: the body of a 700-year-old woman, sitting peacefully in the lotus position, a meditative pose. But her face wasn't frightening at all, it was serene, and she even had a gentle smile on her lips. Her hair still retained its natural color, and her skin was neither shrunken nor fully dried, as if she had just fallen asleep. Tests on her skin revealed a strange chemical substance that acted like a barrier, preventing water from evaporating from her skin cells. The problem is, scientists haven't been able to precisely identify what this substance was or replicate its formula. The secret to this queen's eternal beauty has been lost once again. Mummy 6. The Filipino Little People. In remote mountain caves in the Philippines, 17 mummies were discovered, all standing about 1.2 meters tall with strangely elongated skulls. At first glance, you might think they were children, but tests confirmed they were adults. The main shock came when their DNA was examined. It turned out they belonged to a completely unknown species of human that went extinct around 10,000 years ago. However, the strangest part of the story was the items buried with them: advanced metal tools. Yet according to historians, the Metal Age in that region didn't begin until at least 2,000 years later. Did these beings possess their own distinct technology? Mummy 7. The Siberian Time Traveler. The newest and perhaps the most bizarre case yet. In 2023, local hunters in the Siberian ice stumbled upon a 3,000-year-old corpse. But this mummy was not alone, it was buried with a series of highly unusual metal artifacts. These objects included a metal disc covered in unknown symbols and writing, a plate resembling a modern solar cell, and several pieces of a metal alloy whose composition is not recognized on Earth. Russian scientists, who initially thought it was a hoax, announced after preliminary examinations that these artifacts possess a level of technology so advanced it would be completely impossible for the Stone or Bronze Age. This raises the question, did these items not belong to him? Then why were they buried with him? Or perhaps, was he truly an observer from the future or another place? Which one of these mummies has you most baffled? Be sure to tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.